Hi guys, today I'm talking about bare minimum community building, and I've got three things that I do that really require not much effort at all. So the first one is that I focus on sharing my point of view or my perspective, and I find this is a really powerful thing to really draw in people and cultivate some really good conversations. So the way I go about that is I focus on native posts on my Facebook page. Now, I'm going to give you a link to a blog that outlines what I mean by a native post. So the other way I do this is sharing my opinion and perspective is through blog posts as well. Now, the interesting thing is that the native posts have cultivated an audience of ideal clients, because as I share my opinion and perspective, others want to do the same. I think people are looking for something meaningful to talk about on social media. And then with the blogging articles, I actually find that that's been a really great way to cultivate relationships with people who refer people to me. So I actually find that there's a handful of like business coaches or doing similar kind of things to me who have actually shared my blogs with their audiences. Some of them I don't even know yet. So, and what's happened through that is it's like this organic growth. I find people joining my list because that person has shared a blog and that kind of thing. So the other thing I want to say about blogging is just, a lot of people say, oh, I do lots of blogs and nothing happens. Well, it's the way you blog, really. Like, are you sharing your perspective and opinion? Are you being personable? Or is it just sort of a superficial how-to content that is a little bit clinical? So just a few things to think about in terms of how you actually write. The other thing that I do that I find really easy, and it's really a bare minimum thing for me now, is looking for ways that I can meet my audience in real time. And the easiest way for me to do that has been by hosting community classes. So I'm going to dedicate a video on that subject on its own. But these are like really easy for me to do. They're pretty no fuss. And then what happens is I get the same people kind of turning up as well, and that's creating a community. And what I found is, because I started doing these last year, so in 2018, a lot of people who were coming to at least one of them, some of them came to more, they ended up joining my 12-month mentorship, the Business Sanctuary. So it's a really lovely way to cultivate this audience or community of people who actually want to work with you more closely. So that's the second thing I do. And then the third thing is interviewing people. So this is a lot of fun. I just in my day-to-day business dealings, I come across people who are saying interesting things. Like, it might be a client who said something interesting in a conversation, or someone on my Facebook page, or a colleague, and I think, yeah, that is interesting. Let's do, an interview about that. So they're really easy to do that way. And what happens is I have an agreement with each person that I interview. It's like a collaboration agreement. So it's like, all right, so we'll do this interview. I'm going to share it with this way, and here's what I'd like you to do, and you can share it that way, and this is what I'm going to do for you. So we're kind of cross-pollinating our different audiences, and that is, again, a really nice way to build community, because people are seeing us animated and there's an interesting discussion. So the three ways are sharing my point of view, perspective, and things like that, my worldview, meeting people in real time, so things like community classes, or looking for opportunities to even meet in like physical, like real time. So, hosting lunches, going to events, that kind of thing. And the third thing is interviews. These are three pretty easy things that I find to be building a community. So I hope you find this helpful. If you have any comments, or if any of these ideas you find particularly helpful, I'd love to hear about it. So chat with me in the comments. This is Danielle Gardner. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video, which I'll be doing on Monday. Bye for now.